Morning. This is an impromptu live. I'm using a microphone and I don't know if it works or not. I don't have a way to check it. So hopefully everybody can hear me. I was supposed to go live a couple weeks ago about this and I was sick. And then last week I didn't have time. And then this morning I had time. Well, I don't know that I had time. I woke up wanting to paint so bad that I made time. How about that? So this is a negative painting. I've been doing it a lot lately, and I am getting ready to put them all in my shop down in the West Bottoms. Getting a nice collection of them together. This one is not going to be in that. This one is a wall clock that I found at a flea market for $2. And the clock didn't work. And I told the lady I didn't care because I was going to put a piece of my art in it and use it as a frame. And she thought I was crazy. But I did it. So, and I love it. So this is the type of painting we're going to do. And today we're not going to do the whole thing, because I honestly don't have that much time before my grandson comes and he gets, I'd say 95% of my attention. So we're going to start with the background, which is the the part you need the most. I mean, honestly. So if you want to follow along and paint with me, this is just an 8x10. You can get any canvas. You can get any piece of paper, really. You can get a piece of watercolor paper. It really doesn't matter. And we're going to just start putting on a base coat. I like to use the bright fluorescent pink. Liquitex acrylics. You can use whatever you want. You can use whatever color you want. The sky's the limit. I mean, and I usually have a little bit of water nearby, and I water it down. I don't put a lot on the canvas. This will give you variations of color if you do it this way. And this is just a cheapy canvas. I decided I have some bigger ones that are going to be a little more pricey, and I thought I'd do some little 8x10s on the inexpensive canvases and do some that will fit everybody's budgets, because I like to create stuff that people can afford. I mean, I'm in it for the art. I'm in it for the therapy that I get for doing the art. And what I'm doing now is just kind of smushing my brush around. I'm creating different marks and texture. I don't want a perfectly uniform background, because this is what I'm going for. Look at those textures. I'm sorry, the ring light is reflecting off the glass, because it does have a glass cover on it. But we're going to use a bunch of different colors. We're going to rub the paint on. We're going to scrape the paint on. We're going to stencil some paint on, and that's going to be our base. And then we'll come back and we'll do the negative part of it. I got to turn my fan up so the paint dries a little bit faster, or we won't be finishing as well today. And I have some tools here. I got big brushes, I got little brushes, I got palette knives, I got makeup sponges. And I just realized my video is upside down. But oh well, does it really matter? I mean, my picture's the right way. No, maybe I'm just seeing it upside down. I have no idea, people. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just here to have fun. And I've got some of my favorite stencils. Some of these are from Stencil Girl products. Some of these are from Amazon. And I just have a bunch of different ones. And I just keep them on a ring, and I don't wash them either. I don't use a whole bunch of paint so they don't get like super goopy or anything. And they're so inexpensive. So you got all that. And honestly, you can get some paper towels and create some different patterns and such. Here I have a piece of the textured wallpaper. It's kind of got like a spongy thing. And I just kind of put it on, rub it, and then you're left with the pattern on the paper. Just kind of fun. So you can use stamps. You can use book pages and all kinds of things. You can decoupage. I mean, you're just creating this really cool textured background. And you can use your fingers. I think I just smashed my fingers into it. The sky's the limit. And I have a runny nose. I'm sorry. We're still like fighting whatever we had. It's ridiculous. All right, it's still wet. It's unfortunate. It's like my fan. I think my grandson reversed my fan because it's all button operated over here, and he loves buttons. Loves buttons. So I got some of my favorite colors here. If you want to see the colors that I'm using, I'll lay them down here. If you want to paint along, just gather up something to paint on. Some paints, doesn't have to be acrylic, can even be chalk paints. I even use the DIY Painterly paints in some of my paintings. So I even use these. I'm gonna go get some paper towels. So if you want to do this with me, get something to paint on, get a bunch of tools. You can even grab some bubble wrap. Did I say paint? Get some paint. And then the next live we do, have your background ready to go, and then you can start negative painting with me if you want. This is just a paper towel. And my fan's working now. Man, he reversed my fan to where it wasn't blowing down. Those grandkids, man, they will change all the settings in your house. He's always changing the settings on the sound system for the TV because the buttons are down at his level. Okay, I'm going to start putting some stencils on. And it doesn't really matter. I'm just going to get a little bit of paint on my makeup sponge. Pick a color, doesn't matter what color. And just start doing it. Pick it up, do it in a new spot. And we're not going for perfection. If you're having a hard time starting, this is one of the best ways to start and to get out of your own way. Because a lot of times, a white canvas is scary. It's hard to get started. But if you use one of these methods of just creating a what I'm going to call a dirty canvas. You know, like when you dirty ice a cake before you add the decorations, it's the same thing. You're creating a dirty canvas, but it's all going to be to your advantage at the end. You're going to use this background that you create. It's going to, little bits and pieces. You're going to be able to see little bits and pieces, and it's going to be fun. Now you can also go with a composition idea. Say, okay, I'm thinking of a vase and some flowers. So down here, I can do this. And this is going to be a part of my vase. So this design is going to show up on my vase versus this design showing up on my flowers. And see, like this cheetah print, since I can do this, these cheetah prints can be a part of my flowers. So if you work thinking ahead, you don't have to. Sometimes it's funner to not, and then to find pictures within as you go. Everyone does it a different way, but let's start with a idea of a composition. And later, if we want to change our mind, we can totally change our mind. And again, it doesn't matter if you're messy. It doesn't matter how big you want your vase. Just get it on. And then later, when we're negative painting, we'll define the shape of the vase. You're going to add that somewhere else in your picture. You don't have to. You want that same shape part of your background, throw it down someplace else. And now my yellow has mixed with my turquoise and created a new color. And if I go quiet, don't worry. I'm here. I'm just working. Plus, sometimes you just need a break. You can't just keep talking. Those people that do the whatnot auctions for over an hour, I've done a couple that were like an hour, and my throat afterwards, it was ridiculous. I mean, it's like, I don't know how they do it. They have stronger vocals than I do. I just can't keep talking like that. Just keep going. This is one of my new favorites. I love this one. I'm going to take it off the ring. Sometimes keeping it on the ring is a pain in the butt. What color? Maybe my pink. This is the Rouge. Oh, from Master's Touch. I like this color. There's another color. I can't pronunciate it. Begins with a Q. That's very similar to this. I think it's more red. This one's more plummy, wine colored. This stencil was designed by Jenny Grant. I don't know if you follow her or not. I love her work. If I do faces, it's because of her. She taught me a lot about faces and layering. And then this process, this is also similar to how she starts her work. She ends up using a lot of paper and gluing a lot of layers and stuff. Originally, this process was shown to me by Lori Siebert. So make sure you go go check out Lori Siebert and Jenny Grant. They're my top two ones that have influenced me the most and taught me the most about this kind of thing. I don't take a lot of classes. I watch a lot of people, and I see a lot of things around in the environment, and just kind of go with it. Even though this pink is on our background, I'm still going to use it on a stencil because it'll look cool. Plus, I've got the other colors on the makeup sponge. I'm not cleaning this makeup sponge. It's dirty. And it just adds more interest. There's a chunk of paint stuck on that, and I'll take that off. Don't be afraid of pushing in on these canvases, even the cheap ones. Just because I'll show you how to tighten it, but you missed it with water back here, and as it dries, it'll tighten back up. So if you create some loose spots, don't worry about it. It's okay. Okay, I have lost not all of the cheetah, but since I want to kind of incorporate that into my look, I'm going to come back in with the yellow and the cheetah and do that. And then I think I'm going to use this with the green and have it on some of the base down here. I'm not paying attention to any questions or comments. I really don't think anybody's watching right now. But if you watch this on the replay and have any questions, just ask in the comments and I will get a notification and come check it out. I mean, there's a lot going on, right? It seems a little busy. But, you know. I don't like how dark that is over there. So I think I might come in and lighten it up. And I just take a little bit of creamy paint. And I can soften it up. And I can also come in with some other colors. Like I'll come back in and do my cheetah print over there. And some other things. And I need to put some green in because we're doing florals. So we want some leaves. Maybe some leaves falling out of our vase. Sorry. And like I said, we can always change our mind later. This doesn't have to actually define where we put stuff. My apologies. I am still overcoming something, apparently. This darker color is going to be the base of our flowers, and we're going to come back in with a lighter pink and maybe a little cream first, and then the pink while our sponge still has that on there. This is probably too much cream. Oh my goodness, that was way too much pink. Usually have a canvas on standby because I mess up and grab too much paint a lot. I'm just going to take that microphone off because I keep coughing in it. So hopefully you can hear me still. It's further away now. Time is at 8 o'clock. Probably work on this for another 10 minutes with you, and then I have to go get ready for my grandson to come over. But in the meantime, we can prep this canvas. Look at that pink that we made from using everything on here. This is a great way to prep your next canvas. The next one you come to isn't going to be stark white. It's going to already have a texture on it because you accidentally put too much paint on your sponge and had to wipe it off. Boom. Next one. Ready to go. Happy accident. My goodness. This just isn't drying very fast, and that's creating a muddy color, and I don't like that. I don't have a dryer in here either. Do I have a dryer? Well, I have a blower. Where is my blower? And I talk to myself when I'm working. No need to be concerned. Here we're getting the cheetah print back in. Kind of lost it. Not my prettiest background that I've ever made, but can definitely make it work. I might wait for it to dry and then come in and rub some of the brighter colors on, and they'll get into like some of the texture So you'll see more texture too when I do that. All right, that's all we're going to do. Just go get your canvas ready, slap a bunch of stuff on it, maybe create kind of a composition so you know this is going to be a vase, these are going to be flowers, this is going to be leaf, kind of, you can even go out to Pinterest and look at some pictures on Pinterest. This is Negative Painting by J. Alexander, inspired by Lori Siebert and Jenny Grant. So make sure you go look up those. Both you can find on Pinterest. You can look at their work. I'm going to go wash up and get ready for my grandson. You guys go have a great day, and I will try to come back tomorrow morning. So if you've got time today to go get this done, come back tomorrow and catch the live or the replay and watch the negative paint take place. Bye-bye.